is an entire different kettle of fish. But anyway, I've detoured enough about the goth man. Let us move on. Sorry about that. I just when I start talking, I can't focus on the game and talking and reading because I can't talk twice at the same time. If like, and sometimes my brain is scattered enough. Playing the game will make me forget what I'm saying. I just have to stop and focus on it, otherwise my brain goes out the window. It's annoying. Sometimes I have great memory, and other times it's like a sieve. You can probably strain your pasta with it. I've made that joke so many times. I'm gonna keep making it till people start dying of laughter. No fear there. I need a tail. I need a crate load of tail, shaman. Not just any kind of tail. Green eye tail. This gets my motor running. The tail I'm after needs to be old, ancient even. The more decrepit, the better. The scales of Basilisk's tail are unique in that they harden with age without becoming brittle. The hardened scales are ideal for the production of certain armors. It's been many years since I've been reduced to peddling lizard scales, but who knows? Well, maybe it'll build even more character in me, if it's even possible. It's been many years since I've been reduced to peddling lizard scales, but who knows, maybe we'll build even more character in me. Yeah. Sorry, got distracted. While I was reading, I was worried, did I even read what was there? Because it's possible I didn't. Before, I remember I was reading, and I was actually reading, when I wasn't actually, or at least I was worried and it never happened. But basically, the fear is that I'll be thinking I'm reading when I'm actually saying whatever my thoughts drifting to. Because my thoughts are all over the place most of the time. The Kobold Wranglers are kind of better. There's extra haste on them, but I prefer what I have. Say, Shaman, while you're out there exploring the desert wastes, do me a favor. Keep an eye out for the dread swoops. Their oily feathers make for the best fletching, and to the right buyer, they can fetch a handsome price. Looking for you, I know all of the right buyers.
Glad I could help.
So. I really need to clean up my inventory. And I need to fix this fucking bag situation, because it's fucking irritating me. Don't know why Blizzard removed that feature to actually have the bags stacked right, but it's goddamn irritating. And Sushi Sword isn't really helping me, because my, as you saw before, my Hearthstone ends up in like one of these bags. Oh, these are Elemental Rippers and not what I need? I know, I need Whirlwind Stormwalkers. Okay, there's a Scorpion. I'm actually thinking, if I was to start going over in that direction, I'll probably find more of the critters he wants. I'm not sure about the dread swoops, but find more of other stuff. Grab that. Grab this. You know, doing this is actually honestly reminding me of Grim Dawn. Ooh. For whatever reason, when I was playing it, every time I opened it, or vast majority of times, I, for some indiscernible reason, insisted on pronouncing it Grim Dawn. Don't ask me why. Because I have no, as much idea as you do. I think I just found it funny and just kept going with it. But, okay, what's this? This metal is unlike any you've seen. But anyway, it's as I was saying anyway, it's making me think, well, it's making me think of Grim Dawn. I don't know why, but it does. Kinda want to get back and play through that game again, but I'm not sure. As that wouldn't, by the time this is released, wouldn't be on my channel yet. Grim Dawn is a action RPG in the veins of, you know, Diablo or Path of Exile. Something that also won't be on my channel just yet, but is coming soon enough. Late December, I think. So yeah, but anyway, Diablo, you know what that's like. So Grim Dawn's in a similar vein, but instead, well, A up, but instead of being stuck with a rigid class structure, like Diablo, where you pick a demon hunter and that's it. In Grim Dawn, you can when you get your first level up, you can pick a class and you can stick with that to the end, or you can multi-class. And I gave that a try, and it was okay. Head scattered all over the place right now. It's kind of hard to keep my thoughts straight enough to commentate. Defiant swoop, huh? Good for you. But anyway, yeah, you can multi-class, and it's an interesting idea. Basically, it's set in a how would you explain it? It's a fantasy set. Well, it's a setting. It's not sci-fi, but it's not quite, say, you know, Game of Thrones tier tech. You know, like they seem to have armored vehicles of some sort. You only ever see them lying on their side, trashed. So I don't really know their capabilities. For all I know, they could have just been, you know, basically the equivalent of, you know, a kid playing in cardboard box. These kids like metal, so they got metal boxes instead. For all I know. Except they're in a military base and there's tracks underneath. Big kids. Anyway. The, yeah. Found target. But, they also had pipes and, you know, metal bed frames. But it's... Oh, A up. A up. But beyond that... also, and actually they had guns too. But when you're actually going through the places, it ends up looking more like the buildings are all made of, like, from what I remember, buildings were frequently just, you know, made of wood, and if you took away the guns and, you know, the other stuff I mentioned, it would, you know, you could fool me and think it was just a pure fantasy setting, you know? So it's kind of, for me at least, it's, I'm like, more, you know, you know, if it's a fantasy setting, yeah. Just got a little extra stuff. I'm just always on, like, I need a precise definition and stuff to work from, cause I'm always petrified of being wrong. So yeah, that's why I was humming and hawing there. It's just like, am I defining it right? I have no fucking idea, cause like, Lord of the Rings, yeah, that's fantasy. Warhammer 40k, yeah, that's sci-fi. Well, here's the thing, that's, you know, it's got fancy elements, but then they've also an armored tank. So it's just like, I'm a little unsure. So yeah, it's a little scattered. Like WoW has fantasy and sci-fi to it. The Draenei live in a spaceship. And there's elves. Fantasy and sci-fi. Grim Dawn's a little, you know, I'm paranoid of being wrong, so it's just, that's why I was humming and hawing. But, yeah. Okay, so there's some more of the elements. There's the Whirlwind Ripper, sadly not what I want. And here's 3 more basilisks. Let's get to work. Ooh, there's a scorpion too. Let's get to work. But, yeah, it's an action RPG. We'll just put it down as fantasy with a, you know, an asterisk. Oh, seriously? Typical. Oh yes, fuck, there's a bit of lag setting in. Typical. Where was I going with this? Oh yes, and I said about the classes, action RPG, fancy-ish things. Basically it's set in a fancy-ish world where they're after being attacked by these beings called Ethereals. They are a mysterious force. Not too much is known about them. They're called the Ethereals by thanks to the mages, because they come from the basically the mages and the study a thing called the Eater, and coincidentally that's also where the beasties came from. Okay, I need to take all this stuff. So yeah, so they're called Ethereals because of that. I think that's the canon reason. For all I know, maybe the Ethereals call themselves Ethereals. I have no idea. But basically, they possess people, and they create, monsters as well. When it starts off, they actually have they've been raising the dead to attack people. Your character was possessed. Ooh, right. We are now professional journeymen. Beautiful. But yeah, our character was possessed. You get a cool opening cutscene. It's like this drawn work, and they manage to depossess you. The Ethereals die if they're in a body that dies. So they were hanging you, like inside the little protective seal. Like there's a ritual circle on the ground. They are hanging you inside that, and you get shot down before you die, but after the hero laughs. So you just basically set off helping people. So yeah, and you can make choices in the game, but frequently you're just really not given much information for the choice. Like you find a guy who's been injured, and he's like, "Oh, my partner, he double-crossed me. Go, please, avenge me." So you go up the road, and it's just like, Heya. And you talk to the guy, and he says, "No, look, I didn't double-cross him. He tried to rape my daughter. And I put a bullet in him because he sort of broke the camel's back." And that's all you have to go on. And there's another case later on in the game where you can find civvies after grabbing some woman thinking she's a witch. There's magic in the game. Not that she's a witch, that she's possessed by an ethereal. Thing is, there's people with magic in the game as is. Plenty of witches, plenty of warlocks. There's one guy that who just flat out couldn't die. The torturers worked their magic on him, and he just wouldn't crack it. He just kept on going. He was a very stubborn fucker. So yeah, I really need to empty this inventory, sell off some stuff. But there's plenty of magic in there as is, so you've no idea are the peasants being accurate or not, because what they're he's saying that, oh, she's trying to corrupt the wildlife, which doesn't seem within the entity's MO. Like, they don't normally corrupt the wildlife. They seem to be ignoring it and mostly focusing on corrupting humans and raising the dead. But then she herself is cryptic and untrustworthy as well. So it's just, there's choices in the game, but you really don't get much information to base anything off of. So yeah, I've really gone off my train of thought with this. I've kind of gone on a tangent. Still relevant to the game, but it's a bit of a tangent nonetheless. So basically, let's spin it back. Also, out of curiosity. Okay, I've tapped out on skinning. I need to head back to Ogrimmar. Should I just heart? I still haven't set it back to... I still haven't caught up to here with Heartstones. I still at Silverwind Refuge. And I still haven't And I haven't at the very least set it to Ogremar. Can I be honest? I think that might be the best course of action. I think that might actually be a good course of action. Anyway, yeah, I went on a little bit of a tangent there. I'll go to Ogremar soon. But yeah, what's relevant anyway is that, ooh, oh, that's been gutted. Oh, that's just disgusting. I've never gotten this. Well, I don't have this appearance. But anyway, yeah, the Ethereals have invaded, and there's other worries and woes going on as well. It's not just so the Ethereals. There's a cult of Chondik or something. It's an awkward thing to pronounce. Basically, a cult of some dead god. They claim that all blood is actually his blood. Basically, Chondik created the rest of the gods, and from his blood, the gods killed him and took his blood to make the world with, basically. And so they are sacrificing it to give it back to him. It's sacrificing people to give it back to him. And they're capitalizing on the Ethereals invasion to get the blood. They also hate the Ethereals. And then there's all other, nutters as well. Other idiots around the place too. Because why not? It could never be easy. Also, that doesn't really look a tail, it's as a tusk icon. But anyway, so yeah. Just want to be able to skin all these, so yeah. Have to drop something. But anyway. But yeah, there's basically a wide variety of different people to go meet and kill. And like I said, it's an action RPG in a fantasy-ish setting. There's magic, but then there's also guns that aren't, magic powered or something. And armored vehicles that I have no idea how they work. It could be magic tech for all I know. But yeah. But it's not a bad game. The voice acting on a few characters is a little iffy. They feel like they're just reading the script rather than saying it, It just doesn't sound right. On one or two of them. The rest, I'm not so sure. Let's grab all these. I can kill them all at once. But petrified. Not too worried. And shake it. Not shake and bake. That would have been like an earthquake ability. I was hoping that would have done more damage. More than a touch annoying. Typical. Ooh, no. I'm holding on to that. Hold on to that. Christ. And I want to get the extra money from that. So I'm just going to go back to starting to delete these. Basically, I have 4 slots to work with, and I frequently get stuff that don't fit in what I already have. Because that's just lovely. But yeah, anyway, I've been going on tangents and not really making my point. But yeah, I'm tempted in playing Grim Dawn again. It's a interesting enough setting. From what I remember, it was. Well, I didn't find it the most fun to play, but it wasn't bad. I preferred it much more than I liked Diablo 3. Actually, I'll bring some up there about Diablo 3 in a moment. But yeah, basically. Oh, gold. I'll grab some of that. And you know what? I think I'm going to head back then because I'm really running out of space. So anyway, what am I trying to say?